My name is Peyton Dare. I'm an industrial engineer, and I have been at Webco for 7 months.
My name is Seth Lapo. I've been at Webco for almost 4 years, and my title is Manufacturing Engineering Manager at Manford.
Name is Rafael Fumayor. I've been with Webco for almost 8 years, and I'm the Manufacturing Engineering Manager at Kellyville.
So I would say in school, they kind of teach you everything in a theoretical environment. So learning kind of how to navigate like those different nuances between, theory and what's happening in reality is kind of the big difference between that.
Yeah, I think the people skills is the main thing you don't really learn at school. You need to surround yourself with a lot of good people and to implement your changes and designs and all this kind of things that you're driving for. And that's one of the skills I learned coming from a manufacturing engineer eight years ago.
From out of school starting, I thought engineering was very individualistic, but quickly learned communication is very critical and it's going to be dependent on if you're going to be successful or not. So that whole team aspect, it's necessary, and that's something I didn't expect, but it's vital now.
I was an intern last year at Star Center at the production planning department. While I was there, we developed a linear optimization model that was essentially testing the cost savings of not purchasing a gauge option. I didn't really know much about linear optimization going into it, so developing the new technical skill was really exciting for me. But it also taught me that how much I enjoy the math behind the theory. Really taught me how to develop those skills and really use the concept that I learned in school and kind of develop it.
I've had the opportunity to work on a lot of projects. A lot of them where we thought we couldn't do them, and we ended up thinking outside of the box. Big group of people coming together, and I think that's my takeaway. That actually I like about working on different projects is you get to include different people with different ideas, and then you come up with a single one that's gonna be the final answer. And I hope I can keep doing that. That's my favorite part.
My first project has probably been the most impactful. I first started at Manford on Mill 44, and it was basically onboarding a new customer, OEM customer, and incorporating some new equipment. But as a new engineer, the big thing I learned was I need to think like an operator and not just expect them to step up and think like an engineer. That's just not how it works. Okay, this makes sense to me. It might be super easy for me to implement this, run this, but it's how can I expect them to do that? I need to adapt to be like them, to think like them, to operate like them.
I think consulting the experts is something I wish I would have known. Coming into Webco, I was kind of expecting that they were going to depend on me for every single part of a project and that I was going to be solely responsible for it. But I think once I walked in and started to kind of work on my first project, I slowly started to realize that facilitating that communication and consulting with the people that are the experts on a particular process is really how to be successful. I think accepting the fact that you may be wrong sometimes and doing your due diligence to always make sure that you can check those things is kind of the best way to mitigate failure.
There are a lot of great people at Webco that are willing to invest in you. Raphael's been a big impact to my success, Kyle Ingram, Kevin Lassiter, but I wish I would have leaned into them sooner. You can't overlook experience, and they can teach you so much through their experience.
When I started, I was kind of one of the only manufacturing engineers, right, at Manford. What I was lacking back then was I wouldn't seek to understand first the problems. I wouldn't seek to understand and go and talk to people and understand what they were trying to communicate to me. Soon enough, I would learn, okay, I wish I would have listened better, listened from the voice of experience, right? You can always get something out of it. So you seek to understand first before you try to impose your ideas. The important thing is when you implement a solution that doesn't really go quite as planned, the important part is what you learn from it. And that goes not only for engineer, right? It goes for everyone in the company.
Failure is not an option, but it is going to happen, like Raphael was saying. But what is going to make the difference is that you can't give up. And that's where failure is not an option. And that's what's exciting and fun about engineering is there is always a solution. It might be not what you're expecting, but you can always solve something.
I haven't been here for very long, but as of right now, I am the only industrial engineer that Webco has. And I think what we're looking for the future is, eventually a whole bunch more of industrial engineers. So that's really exciting for me to kind of be a part of that and facilitate, the onboarding of, new industrial engineers and kind of what that process is going to look like. So that's exciting for me.
There's so much innovation going on right now at Webco. It's just exciting, and it's forecasted for forever. Like I can look out for like the next 5-10 years, and there's so much that's going to happen. And it's really exciting to be a part of that on the innovation side. But at the same time, there's been a lot of growth in just personnel. And so I'm excited. Even though I've only been here for 4 years, I get the opportunity to invest in people that are younger than I am.
There's a lot of good things coming our way, and I'm very excited to see how the future looks. I think we have onboarded a lot of good people. I think we'll be probably at least either the best on the Western Hemisphere or probably the best in the world at what we do. I'm very excited. I can see it brewing, and I think it will come to life sooner than what everyone else's thoughts are.